So, have you ever had one of those moments where your machine learning model is just failing silently? Like no errors, no crashes, nothing, just wrong answers? Well, in this final part of our series, we're going to dive into why logging is so much more than just keeping records. It is the toolkit you need for hunting down those silent failures and, making sure your models actually work out there in the real world.
And hey, this isn't some academic textbook problem. Look at this quote from DoorDash. Even the big players deal with this stuff. Models just going out of date and spitting out bad predictions. And that, of course, hits the business, it hits the customer experience, it basically turns your amazing model into a liability. The main point here is pretty stark. Without a way to monitor for this stuff, they were totally flying blind.
So that brings us to the big question, right? When your model starts acting weird, but there are no error codes, no system crashes, nothing obvious, where do you even begin to look? How on earth do you find the cause? Well, the answer is probably sitting right there, in the data you've hopefully been collecting all along. Yep, I'm talking about your logs.
All right, let's jump right into the first major win you get from logging, being able to debug with actual evidence. Think of this as the firefight mode. Something is broken right now, and you've got to put out the fire fast.
And this really shows you the night and day difference. On one side, without logs, it's just pure guesswork, right? You're burning hours, chasing down assumptions, trying to reproduce some phantom bug you can't even see clearly. But with logs, the whole game changes. You're not guessing anymore. You've got cold, hard evidence. You've got the facts, and you can pinpoint the exact request that went wrong, instantly.
So, what is this evidence I keep talking about? Well, it's all that nitty-gritty data you logged for every single prediction. We're talking about the exact input features that came in, what the model spat out, which version of the model was even running at the time, and yeah, any errors or weird latency spikes. It's basically your digital forensics kit for ML.
And with that toolkit, you get a real structured workflow. It's not a mad scramble anymore. Instead, you can calmly isolate that one bad request, dig into the log data to see what happened, and boom, reproduce the failure on demand. That right there is what gives you the confidence to actually build a fix and deploy it, knowing you've solved the real problem.
Okay, so we've talked about putting out fires, but what if we could stop them from starting in the first place? That's where we shift from being reactive to being proactive, and this is all about long-term health monitoring, keeping an eye on your model's performance over time.
And here's a hard truth about machine learning in the real world. Models degrade. They just do. They aren't static things. The world changes, right? People change their behavior, data patterns shift, so even the most perfectly trained model is eventually going to see its performance dip. It's really not a question of if it will happen, but when. One of the big reasons for this is something called data drift. Basically, the data you're feeding the model in the real world starts to look different from the data it was trained on. Maybe the average value of a feature creeps up, or the range of values gets wider. Suddenly, your model is playing a game it didn't practice for. It's in a totally new environment. And then there's the other, trickier one, concept drift. This is where the data might look the same on the surface, but what it means has changed. A great example is customer churn. The reasons people left your service last year might have nothing to do with why they're leaving now, because of new competitors or market shifts. The rules of the game have literally changed, and your model is still playing by the old rulebook.
Take a look at this chart. It's a perfect illustration of why this matters. So in January, precision is great, 95%. In February, it drops to 93%. You might look at that and think, no big deal. But by logging this over time, you see the pattern. There's a clear downward trend. This is your alarm bell. It's an early warning that lets you go, something's up, and investigate before that slow decline becomes a massive, expensive problem. So let's just quickly recap the two big ideas here. You've got debugging, that's your short-term, what just broke investigation, and then you have performance tracking, that's your long-term, how are we doing over time health check. They seem different, but they're really two sides of the same coin. And the one thing they both absolutely need to work, you guessed it, a really solid logging strategy.
Okay, so let's zoom out a bit. We've been talking about collecting data, but that's really just step one. The real end goal here is something much, much bigger. We're aiming for true system understanding, a concept known as observability.
So what is observability? In simple terms, it means you can understand what's going on inside your system just by looking at what comes out of it. Its logs, metrics, all that stuff. You don't have to just guess what's happening inside that black box. It's the difference between flying a plane with a full dashboard of instruments versus trying to fly it blindfolded.
And if you look at a typical MLOps stock like this one, you'll see monitoring isn't some final thing you tack on at the end. It's baked right in. It's part of a continuous loop. Everything you learn from monitoring feeds right back into the start of the process, influencing everything from data analysis to your very next model retrain.
Let me be really blunt here. Without observability, you've lost control. That's it. You end up just constantly reacting to failures you can't explain, making fixes based on hunches, and your production ML system just becomes this exercise in chaos management.
And that brings me to my final and, honestly, probably the most important point of all. Logging isn't just about the tech. It's not just a good practice. It's actually the foundation for building trust in your AI.
Just think about it for a second. We're talking about high-stakes fields like finance or healthcare. A model's decision can have huge consequences. So it's not good enough for the model to just be accurate. You have to be auditable. Stakeholders, regulators, even customers, they need to be able to understand why a decision was made. You have to be able to prove it. So how does logging help build that trust? Well, for one, it gives you a crystal clear, traceable audit trail for every single prediction. It also means if you ever have to do a deep dive, a forensic investigation, it's completely reproducible. And that ability to verify everything, that's not a nice to have. It's absolutely non-negotiable when you're dealing with regulators or trying to comply with big frameworks like GDPR or the EU AI Act. And really, that's the main takeaway I want you to leave with. Please stop thinking of logging as extra work or something you'll get to later. It's not. It is core, fundamental, non-negotiable infrastructure. It's what you build reliable, professional, and trustworthy AI on top of.
So, I'm going to leave you with one last question to really think about. Right now, your model is out there making predictions. If someone, a regulator, an angry customer, your CEO, walked up to your desk and asked you to prove exactly why it just made a specific decision, could you do it?